Okay, Carlsen will likely throw in the towel, and he does.
Okay.
And just like that, the match continues.
Wow.
Grischuk strikes back. It's only a
Wow.
2-game lead for the world champion. We have 18 minutes left. We should be letting the players know at this point what the score is and how much time is left in every game.
And this A6 stuff that Magnus just played really looks like not a good idea, to be quite honest. I wouldn't recommend it to any students I have, but Magnus keeps going with it. Now knight D5. I guess he's trying to at some point go B5, but here, okay, he's going to put his knight on E4 now. No, I mean, Grischuk is just gaining space and playing very solid, smart chess.
Agreed.
And his pawn A6 might be unhappy in the future.
Yeah, this is better for white for sure.
Beautiful.
Beautiful for white. Now I'm going to get the bishop pair one way or the other.
Yep.
And the C file is going to be a problem.
Now the D file.
The A6 pawn is about as gross.
Yeah, seriously gross.
Gross and weak. Okay, he's going to take on F6 and try to get the bishop to this diagonal.
Yep. Bishop B2. Yep.
Yeah, and there's no reason to trade on F6 before doing it, I guess, because that bishop ain't going anywhere. Now I'll take it. Bring a rook to D1
C5
and have some fun.
Will be an option at some point. C5 immediately was a good move at hitting A6.
Why?
He's just going to try to play a positional advantage. I don't like what he did.
I don't think that was correct at all.
I don't know. He should have went C5.
That was
he
not
missed C5.
correct. He should have played C5 for sure.
Because it undermined the knight and A6 was hanging, so he missed that.
Grischuk just gave up one of his best pieces.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if this game is held by Magnus and another angel gets his wings, we're looking back to this moment as a big mistake.
I still love White's position though. Well, don't know about that move. Because what? He's giving him an outside pass pawn and his D6 pawn is weak. So Queen B6 here, he missed that. Queen B6 is just, there it is.
Looks like it, yeah. The bishop will sit on F1.
Can I go A6? No, it's probably some kind of perpetual. But
but this is a little tricky. Right, is F4 a move? F4 threatening bishop takes H3. He's going to play tickle, and he might just have a draw. No, Magnus wants to win. He just went Bob Barker. He wants the whole thing here. I'll take what's behind door number 3.
Queen H4.
Is F3?
Yeah, F3 was winning.
F3 and bishop takes E4 was not winning because Queen E4.
Oh
my gosh, he just trapped his own queen.
And Magnus is cracking up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Grischuk, Sasha, baby. no, not rooting for anybody, but you just hate to see that. He just frustratedly, he blundered himself into that loss right there. I mean, although to Magnus's credit, this whole idea of A5 I think was underestimated, right? Because the queen coming to B6 and into D8 really kind of misplaced the queen.
For sure.
And all of a sudden the king side came under fire. So Magnus, once again, doing what he does best, which is creating opportunities for his opponents to go wrong. And that's it's what he's done. He's created opportunities for Grischuk to blunder, and Grischuk has accepted in a lot of situations.
What is going on here? This looks like the type of chess you really don't teach your students, but okay, they're holding the tension, right? If you ever take on D5, then I'll just take with the bishop on A6 will be open, so you can always just take back. And Magnus, at one point before he lost one of the games, had the highest rating ever on chess.com Bullet. He was up to 3291. And now he's brought back down to earth a little bit, although his position looks great right now.
Surprisingly passing Hikaru. I was sure Hikaru has reached 3,300 before. If Hikaru's listening, he'll correct that in the chat if it actually is indeed not true. But this looks really rough. I mean, honestly, if he wins this game, we're at a 4-game lead for the world champion. Grischuk is getting, he is under the gun here. It's coming down to the wire. Yeah, I mean, C6 is so weak in this position. In fact, it's probably falling immediately. Do we just take and take? Yeah, he just shakes and bake. Grab it. Bishop C6. Put the bishop on B5. Or keep it on the diagonal. Pick your
it's funny.
flavor.
It's a 3-pawn advantage, but it doesn't feel like that because the double A pawns.
Yeah, exactly. The double A pawns don't feel as good as you would normally think. But pass pawns are pass pawns, and here they come. Queen to D5, I assume. Yeah, he goes for it. I think.
Bishop B7 and go A6?
Yeah, if you can do it. Rook C5, though, might be a problem. Bishop B7, Rook C5. I think that's the issue. Okay, he's just going to support it.
There are two of them there.
There's two of them there. Yeah.
So a6 to start with is nice.
A6, if rook takes, do we just win on bishop b7? Yep. I don't know, though. There's still rook c5, right?
Yeah, then I take your... I mean, it's technically one position. And then
Absolutely. No, you're right. You can take c5 and take a6 even. Just give up the... He goes for exactly the line we're going to see. We're going to see that. He's probably just going to... Oh, even now he can take a5, and then... We just called that line.
Yep.
He goes for the two rooks for the queen with an outside passed a-pawn. Should be pretty easily winning. Probably the quickest plan I was going to say is relocate the bishop to a point where it hits f7 and then get a rook to attack f7.
Yeah, the only chance black has is if you can sacrifice... What? Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Not good for Magnus.
Oh, wait a second. No, he picks up h4. He's safe.
No, he should have taken on g3 first. What black needed to do...
Black should have taken g3. Yeah, you're right.
Sacrifice the bishop at some point for some kind of perpetual. Now it's totally lost.
Yeah, now Sasha's lost. But he had his chance. You're right there. If he had taken g3 and gone for perpetual, perhaps... This is where the rooks coordinate. The queen feels helpless. Two pieces can do more things than one. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Now the bishop will get involved in the party. Probably bishop e2.
Yeah,
bishop d3 if
C4,
you get it. Rook d4 was winning as well. All right, this is going to be win. Going to be one.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So it's a 4-game lead?
A big problem. A 4-game lead for Carlsen. Danny has been called out by Grandmaster Jan Ludwig Hammer on Twitter, and Hammer is correct. I underestimated Carlsen's bullet skills by saying I felt that Grischuk would have chances with only a 1 or 2 game deficit in bullet. But right now, the wheels are coming off, and Magnus is running away with it. A 4-game lead with 12 minutes to go. Grischuk has to win now. This is a must-win game.
Yeah, he cannot afford anything but a win because he's down 4 games, just over 11 minutes left. He needs to string together a bunch of wins in a row. And Magnus is making his life very difficult by playing some solid openings here. Instead of his normal a6, b5 stuff that we hated, he's playing much more slow and strategically intact chess.
Right. Making our life difficult as we want to see his eyes and his full face. Right now he's zoned in so much that we've lost perfect sight of him, but we can still see the furrowed brow and his focused stare.
And I hate his position now.
And we can see that Grischuk may do just that. It's not over yet. Knight to d6. That's a knight.
Because rook e6, knight takes c8, bishop h3, pays up in exchange.
Right.
So you got to go.
And if rook e7,
it's just an ugly rook.
That's an ugly rook. A rook only a mother could love, as they say. And Carlsen decides he doesn't love it enough to keep it, shaking his head, a little bit frustrated with his play.
Yeah,
of course he saw it. I think he was just upset about the whole position to this point.
Yeah, down a full exchange. The bishop on a7 will have to go to b8 in the near future. And white can just consider at some point going rook d1, d4, pawn d4, pawn d5. That looks excellent. So,
well,
over here playing on the side of the board also makes sense.
I mean, things are flipping around completely. Now we're looking at black's center, though. I mean, this is counterplay. I actually like black's chances if he can get something going on the light squares.
So what you have to go is d4 here, and you can't, the pawn is pinned.
But what about rook e6 with threats of knight h4?
Yeah, that looked interesting as well.
Okay, I guess Grischuk got the threat of the queen trade in time.
a6 was hanging, yeah? He didn't take.
Yeah, probably Sasha should have taken it.
But just now it's grasping at straws here.
He's on tilt, looking for the counterplay necessary.
Uh-oh.
And
queen g2 here.
Trying to put some pressure.
There he goes. Ices it.
Queen h5 threatens f3. So does queen f5.
Yep. So he's repeating. What does he do now?
What does he wants? Can he just
go
take
bishop
on
e5?
e5? Yeah. Can he just trade and then play queen f3?
Yes, he could have.
He could have, but decides he's got other options still. Bishop takes g3 has me freaking out. Am I freaking out?
Yeah, that was a...
I think I'm freaking out. This is like...
Bishop h2 check is just winning.
Is it?
Because you pick up the bishop on c3 at the end. Bishop h2, trade rooks on e2, and then go bishop e5 check.
That's what he's going for. That is just absolutely unreal. How does he do it? He also wins probably with...
What?
Where's the mate?
Oh, if you take on e8, then the bishop g3, queen h2, queen f2 is mate.
If you take with the rook...
don't know about
It's just over anyway. Now he's got knight f3 check. Yeah.
Wait, but the bishop's hanging.
Yeah, bishops. That's just unreal. That is unreal how Carlsen came back and won that game.
Oh.
That is exactly why he's winning this match.